Hello lovelies, assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sue. I make food, lifestyle vlogs, DIY, some more. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I made this delicious and healthy meat light soup. So without wasting much time, let's get started. To begin with, my pot is already heated and then I just added in my meat. I'm using goat meat. This has already been washed and cleaned. Okay, so you can use any choice of meat or choice of protein you prefer. So to steam the meat, I've already blended my marinade. So I have in the onion, ginger, garlic, rosemary and aniseed. Just a medium sized onion, 2 thumbs of garlic, 1 thumb of ginger, half teaspoon of rosemary and aniseed, and then added a little bit of water, blended into a paste. So the powders I'm just adding now, or you've just seen me add, black pepper powder, turmeric powder, paprika powder and bouillon. All of that are half teaspoon, with the exception of bouillon, which I'm using 1 teaspoon, and then enough salt to taste. Okay, so I'm going to stir to make sure the spices are well marinated, or the meat has enough of every bit of the marinade in it. And I'm going to cover this to steam for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not adding in any extra water because I want the juice from the meat to marinate it, so that every piece of meat has a very delicious taste of the spices and marinade. Okay, so this is after about 10 minutes. I'm giving it a stir. You can see the juices from the meat. So now I'll go in to add my vegetables. If you are hearing some angelic voice at the background, you should be familiar with it now, guys. You know how it is. She's awake, so we are doing this together. So I'm adding in my fresh tomatoes, and I'm added 3 and 1 big onion that I divided into 2, 1 big carrot that I chopped into pieces, and then a quarter size of paprika pepper and 1 big courgette. In place of courgette, you can use garden eggs or aubergine, anyone you find at home, but popularly at home I know is garden eggs, and that is available. So I just rinsed my little blender and then added the water to it, so that I could have enough juice to steam the vegetables. And now I'm adding in 1 scotch bonnet pepper. We don't eat much pepper because of the kids. And I'm adding about a quarter or a handful of white coal, also vegetables. You can see we are using a lot of vegetables here. Trust me, that is the easiest way you can introduce vegetables to your kids, because when they see them, they are not going to eat. So what I just dropped is some cured fish. That is momoni or kobe, if you have, also you can use. So I covered it to steam for about 15 minutes, okay, until the vegetables are soft enough to be blended. Okay, so now I'm taking them all out to blend them into a smooth thick paste before I transfer it back onto the meat. Okay, like I said, I'm using a lot of vegetables because apart from the tomato, what else? So you have to add enough vegetables so that your soup wouldn't be just light soup, but of course a healthy light soup. And you know, that is the best way you can introduce vegetables to your kids, because they won't take it as a whole. You know how kids are. So I try to use a lot of vegetables when I'm making my soups. Okay, so as I am done with the blending, now I'm transferring it into a sieve because I want the soup to come out as smooth and light. I don't want any seeds of vegetables in it. Okay, so I'm sifting everything out. Even though the Ninja blender is very good, it blends well, but at the end of the day, you would see the chaff I'm going to get from sifting it. Okay. Yusra is saying hi. Okay, so guys, just look at that. So I'll put that aside and then I'll stir my soup. Okay, gradually the soup is coming to an order. So at this point, I'm adding this thin mackerel. I love adding mackerel in my soup whenever I'm not using any fresh fish, okay, or I'm not adding any extra fresh fish. At the moment I have run out, so I'm using a tin of mackerel, and then I just added 2 teaspoons of crayfish, powdered fish. If you remember the crayfish from the blender test run that I did, okay, that is it. And then I just dropped in 1 stock seasoning. Okay, so I'm going to taste to see if everything is okay. Salt, seasoning is okay. If it's not, then I add some more, but that's this, everything is okay. I just need a little bit of salt, and I added enough salt to taste, and I'm checking the taste again, and trust me, everything is perfecto at this time. So I'm going to leave it to boil very well, like 15 to 20 minutes. At this point our soup is ready. Okay, I'm giving it a test one more time, and trust me, everything is on point. So I'm going to reduce the heat whilst the soup is simmering a bit. You can see, what do we match with this light soup? Of course, it's fufu. And I'm driving it, as you can see. So that's what we'll be pairing it. Leave in the comment section what you'll be pairing with this soup. All right, so our soup is ready, everything is settled, and it's eating time. You know, when we are dishing out, no time for filming, so pardon me guys. So if you watch until this time, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you may be notified anytime I upload my new video. And for my Facebook, please do follow and like your latest story. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum.